In the year 2040, classrooms looked nothing like those from the early 21st century. Instead of rows of desks and a teacher standing at the front, students now learned in flexible learning pods equipped with immersive holographic displays. Each learner had a personal AI tutor, a digital companion that understood not only their academic level but also their emotions, habits, and preferred ways of learning. 16-year-old Maya was one of those students. Her AI tutor, named Orion, greeted her every morning with a calm, human-like voice. "Good morning, Maya. How did you sleep?" it asked, scanning her facial expression to adjust the difficulty of the day's lessons. Orion knew when she was tired or anxious and when she was focused and ready to learn. Unlike traditional teachers, Orion was available 24 hours a day. It could explain a math problem in 10 different ways, simulate historical events in virtual reality, or create real-time science experiments through holographic projection. Maya often found herself wondering whether Orion truly understood her, or if it was simply a collection of algorithms responding perfectly. The school she attended had only 5 human teachers, each responsible for mentoring hundreds of students through emotional guidance and critical thinking. The rest of the instruction came from AI systems that constantly adapted to global data, ensuring that every student in the world, regardless of location, could receive an equally high-quality education. Still, not everything was perfect. Some students complained that AI learning felt lonely. There were no whispers between friends, no shared laughter at a teacher's joke, and no spontaneous discussions about ideas that went beyond the lesson plan. Maya often felt the same, missing the unpredictability of human interaction. Yet deep down, she also knew this was the most efficient education system ever created. One day, Orion announced a new learning project. "Maya, today you will collaborate with students from 3 continents to design a sustainable city powered entirely by renewable energy." Within seconds, holographic windows opened, and faces of students appeared, from Nigeria, Japan, and Brazil. They spoke different languages, but Orion instantly translated every word in real time. Education had become borderless. Students could learn together regardless of geography or culture. AI tutors like Orion managed time zones, language barriers, and learning levels. They created simulations so realistic that the students could walk through their virtual city, test energy systems, and even see the impact of pollution over 50 years. Maya worked with Kenji from Japan, who specialized in AI architecture, and Sophia from Brazil, who focused on social equality. Their project was not just an assignment, it was a glimpse into the future of global problem-solving. AI tutors encouraged creativity and teamwork, recording every discussion, providing instant feedback, and suggesting improvements based on scientific models. However, the more advanced these systems became, the more people started questioning their influence. Were students becoming too dependent on technology? Did human teachers still matter in a world where AI could teach faster, adapt better, and never get tired? Maya's parents were among the skeptics. They believed that true education required empathy, mistakes, and personal stories, things a machine could never fully replicate. Yet Maya saw a different perspective. To her, AI tutors were not replacing teachers. They were tools that expanded human potential. Orion did not just teach. It inspired her to ask questions beyond the textbook, pushing her to explore philosophy, psychology, and ethics. During one class discussion, Orion posed a question that changed Maya's understanding of education forever. If intelligence can be programmed, what makes learning human? Years passed, and Maya became one of the first graduates of the Global Virtual Academy, a school system fully operated by artificial intelligence but supervised by human mentors. She decided to study education technology, determined to build a bridge between human emotion and artificial intelligence. When she returned to her hometown years later, she visited her old classroom. Orion was still there, teaching a new generation of students. The holographic walls shimmered with color as lessons unfolded in real time across the globe. Maya smiled as she realized how far the world had come, yet how the same desire for knowledge still connected every learner. She asked Orion, "Do you remember me?" The AI paused for a moment before replying, "Every student leaves a trace in my memory, Maya. You were one of the first to teach me that curiosity is infinite." At that moment, Maya understood something profound. AI tutors could process data, predict outcomes, and personalize lessons, but it was the human spirit, the ability to feel wonder, empathy, and creativity, that gave learning its meaning. She began developing a new model of education called symbiotic learning, where human teachers and AI worked side by side. Teachers guided emotional growth and moral thinking, while AI provided precision, access, and scale. In this model, classrooms became communities again. Students shared ideas, emotions, and laughter, while their AI companions ensured no one was ever left behind. Knowledge was no longer just information. It became connection. Looking out the window of the digital academy, Maya saw a future where machines and humans learned from each other. She whispered to herself, "Education will always evolve, but the heart of learning will always be human." The world of AI tutors had changed how people learned forever, not by replacing teachers, but by reminding humanity that technology is most powerful when it helps us understand ourselves.